Shalom Yisrael. We welcome you to Teshua community, a true Messianic Hebraic fellowship of those that truly love Yah. We truly are seeking for the revelation of Yeshua HaMashiach. What I want to do today is to give you a little insight on the different types of gardening, that which is conventional, non-conventional, and some type of orthodox form. But I want to share with you just a little on this video how we in this community, how we utilize everything that Yah has created for our advantages and to make sure that they're sufficient for us also. Come on and follow me and we will go on a little journey, all right? Introduce you to some of our little friends this morning, all right? Hallelujah. This is Teshua community. We live here in a community setting. We share, we take care of each other, and we look after each other. These are my little ones that I take care of each day. Our co-op pond here that we enjoy this. And what a beautiful setting it is this morning. A very beautiful fall day, but I will show you that in the south you can garden here all year round. There's something to grow. And I will show you that some of our ways that we garden here in Teshua community. All right? Follow me. All right. These are my wives, my Ish or her friends. These are her little friends. And believe me, they all have names too. Beautiful bird cage. I built this out of an old grain bin. I got this idea from a journal that I received every 2 months, where an old farmer took a grain bin like this and built a birdhouse for his Ishmael. And my Ishmael loves birds, so here are some of her little friends here in the birdhouse. All right, they're beautiful, all different colors, parakeet, and she enjoyed them, and so do the children around here, and we as well. All right, let me show you some things, especially concerning gardening, and some tools you can use, some things you can do that are very easy to do, and it will produce an abundance of food. You can't eat it all. Come on, let me show you what are the first concepts. All right? Just follow me through this. This is Teshua community. This is my dwelling place, little home here. $1,500. You can't beat that, Israel. Show you some of our concepts, what we do to make sure that there is more than enough for us to eat. This is our dining facility right here, where we dine as a community. But these are raised beds here. Gardening by the square foot. We can see that the tomatoes, we've had some cold weather, and the tomatoes, we still have tomatoes here that we can utilize, but they are dead because of the frost. But look here at the beautiful collard greens that we have here. We eat the collards here. We have collard greens here, gardening by the inch. It's easy to do a raised bed. You can find soil anywhere that you live, organic soil. You can find that and a little raised bed, a raised bed of this size here. You can grow enough food in this and a different variety of things that will feed probably a family of 3 or 4 easily. And a bed of this length will do a family of 4 or 5 people that you will have plenty to eat all the time at a bed like this. We have collard greens here that are beautiful. The frost has hit them. They're wonderful to eat. We love collards here. It's easy to do a raised bed. You want to keep them with a certain width, no more than 3 feet wide, 4 at the max. You don't want to walk on these beds. You want to keep the soil moist and keep it organic, and the soil will produce for you. Nice, black, rich soil, whereby, even though this is sandy loam, it has, we make sure that we keep the turkey litter to make sure there is, that there is the growth material here, the bacteria and the fungus, to create beautiful plants. We have lettuce here, the bib here. It's not my cup of tea, it's somewhat bitter, but we have lettuce in the beds. We have black seed Simpson. You can grow black seed Simpson lettuce anywhere in the United States. It will grow in hot weather, cold weather. It is easy to do, and the raised beds are vital in your garden. Raised beds are easy. You can do them anywhere. You have a little small space, beautify it. You don't need to grow flowers unless you're growing flowers to eat, but this is more than adequate for anyone. And then what we do with the things out of the lettuce and things that are overgrown, we don't need them anymore, like this. We take them to the compost bin. We put them in our compost bin, and we make compost. So we compost it. You can buy a compost like this for a couple $100 for an area of this size. And this compost is simply used for this, and a mixture of paper, cardboard, food scraps out of the kitchen, whatever. And then you simply compost this, and you will have rich compost and soil. We use some of the leaves in the area. We use grass clippings. You need a mixture of all of that to make a rich compost. It's not going to be done with just leaves or just grass clippings. And then when you really get a true rich compost, it will be something like this. We can purchase this, as we did with this in our area, to start seedlings and to put in the garden, which is rich compost, has all the bacteria, the fungus in there to make sure that the plants grow well. I want to show you another concept whereby it is not expensive to do if you have a little space to grow plants in the winter to take advantage of the winter solstice. It is called a solar greenhouse. Let me show you that, all right? We have much to eat here. We can't eat all of this. The community is this size, if you can see, if my Oxymion will pan the camera, you can see what size community it is. The homes gathered right here. It is much bigger than what you see. And we will take you on a tour of the community soon and let you see what we have. Beautiful little homes that we take, and we make them beautiful for us to live in, to accommodate us all. This is the plaza here where we gather, we sit, we eat, we fellowship. This is where we do all of that in the plaza. Come on, let me show you the solar greenhouse. This is a beautiful concept. It is easy to do, to build one. You that have any kind of building skills, it doesn't take much. This is for family. If you have a family of 4 or 5 or a small community like we are large in land mass, but we're small in the numerics of a community. This community can accommodate probably 250 people very easily, but there's a small number of us here which we are excited and we enjoy each other and the fellowship. Let me show you what a solar greenhouse looks like. All right, the solar greenhouse. This is one of the little fun areas for our children that they love to play. The parents can watch out for them as they walk in the evening. And this is part of our little community where I split my woods that I burn during the winter, and to make sure there is much, that we have all the things that we need. Now here's a solar greenhouse here. This, if you notice the build of this, the plastic, it is to take advantage of the solstice. And this is how this winter solstice is a different route than the summer solstice, which will go, the sun will rise from the east and set in the west overhead, but it is farther east now. And so you don't get the daylight like you do in the summer. But you notice the way that this building is built. You have the plastic up front and the roof as well. You may not can see that with the camera, but there's a slant on the roof to take advantage of the sun. And that is what the solstice. This is not a conventional greenhouse, and I will show you that as well, but this is a solstice or a solar greenhouse. Let me show you what we have inside. This kind of greenhouse, it doesn't take much for it to warm up. It is already warm in here already. So what I'm doing now is opening the door, because we're going to see temperature around 70 degrees today, and that will make this 110 if we don't open the doors to get some ventilation. We have in here already, we have tomatoes and cucumbers growing. They're already flowering. We can see tomatoes coming on the plants. We have cucumbers. And the earth box is probably one of the most beautiful things you can utilize, especially in a small space. We purchased these from Amazon.com for around $27. That's with the fertilizer, the organic fertilizer, and also the dolomite lime. So we have tomatoes here, we have cucumbers. They're growing. We'll be eating tomatoes off here. Look at the flowering on these tomatoes. We have flowering on the tomatoes, and already it's 80 degrees in here, and it's only 9:54 Eastern Standard Time. So this is what the Solstice greenhouse or a solar greenhouse look like. You don't need a large one. This back wall is insulated. You want to insulate this so you take advantage of all of the sunlight, and it will store the heat in here. And then at night we have a little small heater to make sure that there's enough heat in here to keep it above freezing. Around 50 degrees you want to keep this greenhouse in that type of range of temperature that your plants will grow. All right, let me show you some of the other things. Now, this is a solar greenhouse, as I said, a solar greenhouse in Teshio community, a small community which will be a great access to a family, group of people that are together trying to establish some kind of living condition whereby they can share with each other. That's a beautiful thing. It will work for you, Israelite. These are some of the concepts of Teshio community. Let me show you. I will show you a conventional greenhouse. Other raised beds. We're in the process of planting garlic. I know it's somewhat late, but in this region of America, you can plant garlic up until January. We have our precious ox on the tractor over here, spreading the manure. We take advantage of everything, spreading the manure in the field for the cows and the sheep. We have all of that. You see, Ak Yosef is on that, spreading the manure, and we take advantage of everything to make sure that the grass is nourished. We take advantage of the dung of the animals to make sure that the grass is nourished, and then it will be lusciously green. It has the nutritions that it needs for the grass to grow. And these are all grass-fed animals, our goats, our sheep, our cows, and it is a tremendous, beautiful meat to eat, this kind of meat. We're laboring this morning. Some of our zakin are passing by, so we barak ya for all. All right? Come on, let me show you. This is part of our community as Simeon. We've just finished tabernacle, as you know. We can see Simeon. Give them a little pan of the community in this direction. The school here, the tabernacle, very beautiful place that we live. We appreciate the labor of all of the Ak and the Achot. We have a garden, conventional garden here. You can't see it, but we will show you that later on, whereby we're prepping that for the sweet, for the peas, for the fall, for the spring of the year. Then we have garden one. We'll show you that as we begin the process to prep that and to get that ready for peas to eat. We're always doing something. It is a beautiful thing. It is a wonderful thing to do as well. All right. We have very beautiful animals. We take care of them. And this is our tabernacle here that you see here. And we have a barber shop and everything, whereby the barber, we go to the barber shop to get our hair cut and things of that nature. We have a community. We're a little small city within the city of Jefferson, South Carolina, and we all enjoy our living conditions here. I do want to get a closer shot on the animals for you to see, so you can see how beautiful they are and how well maintained they are kept. This is our barber shop here where we get our hair cut, things of that nature. And by the way, my friend, we do play basketball here. We have an NBA-sized basketball court as well here. So we do that. And this is our fire pit where we gather during the feast days, especially in the fall, in the spring, and we come out here and fellowship and have all kinds of rows. Fellowship hall where we come and fellowship. We have a large community. It's very large buildings and square footage. But we invite Yisrael to come and to see the beauty of Yahweh, what He has done here in Teshio community. As I said, Yosef is spreading the fields, spreading the dung of the cows out over the field, and the cattle and the sheep are in the field. And so we take advantage of everything, as I said. That's the beauty of a community lifestyle. You have much, you can take advantage of everything, the labor, you can assist, you can help each other, and we all work together. Let me show you another concept of a conventional greenhouse. This is a concept that we have much in here. These are some of our raised beds here. We have raised beds here that we have prepared them. They're being prepped to grow different things during different seasons. And along this pond here, we have probably 40 raised beds here. Along this pond, you can see all of these raised beds. These are raised beds here. You can take advantage of all the space, or every space that you have in your yards or whatever. You can take advantage of all of that and utilize it for growing food. You need to grow some food now. You need to do that, especially with what you're purchasing from the stores, and just even the transition of food. It is so much today. It is easy, and you can grow it. It is beautifully grown. It is plentiful, and I'll show you that as I show you inside of a conventional greenhouse. So you see, we have the hope there in the field. They're picking beautiful greens, and we'll go there and you'll see the beauty of this garden, a conventional garden. All right, this is the fall of the year. Inside the conventional greenhouse, let's look inside. All right, see the raised bed? See all the raised beds here? I want you to see that. Raised bed. You can grow, and you can let beds rest. You grow here for a season, then you let them rest the next season. You grow there. We have raised beds, and you'll get a better shot of the raised beds along the pond. All right, let's go inside of the conventional greenhouse. All right. All right, come on inside. Here in the conventional greenhouse, we have our Zakim Benjamin here. He's breaking up the garlic. See, we have this beautiful garlic. We're in the process of planting that. Beautiful garlic that we have grown here. And it takes about 2 or 3 years for garlic to become, to establish the DNA whereby the soil that it is grown in from the initial stage, then it begins to produce a beautiful garlic and pungent, and also the soil nematodes, or the soil bacteria, are embedded within this garlic. We have wheatgrass here growing for wheat juice that we drink here. We have all of that, and look at the greens. We have kale. Look here. We have in this greenhouse we have cucumbers. They're small, but look, cutes already. See that? Cucumbers. We have tomatoes growing, a different variety of tomatoes. We have greens and lettuce growing. That this will take us during the colder months. This started here so that we started this a little late, so we'll have things like lettuce and tomatoes during the very cold months of the year. This is a regular conventional greenhouse whereby we have to keep it heated, and this is what we use, a wood burning stove. See the green, the wheatgrass here, beautiful for wheat juice, for us to make wheat juice to drink, to take care of our medicinal purposes. But always something to grow. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take a lot of finance. It's just the cooperation of a people, and you can get it done. Come on, let's walk a little bit. All right? Look at the beauty of the animals. All right. All right. They're coming out of the garden here from picking greens. But let me show you the raised beds we have here. These are the raised beds, and you see this conventional greenhouse. There are raised beds everywhere. We try to take advantage of all of the land to utilize for growing. That's what we do. We have rich black compost soil here. Only in the South you find this. Look how rich the compost of that soil has enzymes and all kinds of bacteria and the fungus here to make sure that the root system of plants are established real well. But these are some of the raised beds where we'll begin to plant all of our garlic at. These are raised beds. And look at the soil here. They have been compost. We have not planted here in probably in a couple of years. All this is compost that our tree service that we take advantage of, we chip, and we incorporate it into the beds. But if you dig down, look when I dig down a little deep. Look at that soil. Beautiful black it is. You see that? And this is where the garlic will go in here. In here. Right inside of here. We have water, a system here, ponds, to make sure that there's plenty of water to water and to utilize. We have everything irrigated, as you can see these lines here. Drip irrigation whereby we can irrigate each bed. We pump from this pond here to make sure there's sufficient water in the pond. That's vitally important. You see all the raised beds here? Again, look down here. All of these are raised beds. All of these. Beautiful raised beds. Here, conventional greenhouse. We take advantage of everything, even old tires. Look at this. Let me show you this. You can take advantage of everything, even old tires like this. For our heavy equipment, for our backhoe and things like that, the tires like that, we take advantage of all of that. Look at this soil here. We take advantage of all of that. Look at that. So these old tires, if you had some old tires, you can grow tomato plants here, you can grow cucumbers here and make it decorative. You can paint and make it look real beautiful. You can organize it in your yard, in your suburban living, and then your neighbors will not be offended. I don't know why they would be offended anyway. It's your land, but of course we're in America. You can't do what you want to on your own land. So the raised beds are vital. You don't have to have them this large or this many. We have the space and the land to do it, but you want to do the raised beds. It's vital and it's important. Let me take you to a conventional garden, all right? Look at the animals. Look at the sheep and all the animals. The sheep here, they'll begin to kid here around the first of the year. But look at them. We take advantage of everything. Nothing is wasted here. Even, you see here as the sheep are eating, these are some of the things that have been pulled out of the garden this morning. Look at them. They're eating, they take advantage of everything. All right. You see how beautiful these sheep are, how healthy they look. And that's not inducing them with all kinds of chemicals either. See how beautiful they look? Healthy looking animals. All are healthy. Let me see if I can get you a little closer shot on the cattle here. All right, we will try and see what we can do. Of course, in a community this size, we have huge barns and things like that. We have huge shops, mechanic shop, because we have large equipment. We have skid loader, we have tractors, huge tractors, we have backhoe, we have bulldozer, we have a bulldozer. So we have to have a space and a place so we can work on that kind of equipment. Let me show you here. All right. These are the sheep. Look how beautiful they look. Look at them, just beautiful. Look at the ram. Beautiful, strong ram. Look at the sheep. And the cattle, mine. Let's see if we can get a quick look at them too. All right. Here we go. Now, I know that there are you that are meat eaters, but y'all gives us a dietary discipline concerning meat. Now, don't tell people they should not eat meat. If you choose to be a vegan, a vegetarian, a rawist, that's all right, but don't tell others they cannot eat the clean animals that Yah gives us instruction that we can. You're wrong. You're fighting against the Most High. Look at the cattle. Mine. Strong and beautiful. And by the way, we don't kill our cows, we butcher them. I don't like the word, we butcher our beef. All right, we're going to go inside here. We take advantage of the cow dung and all of that. Everything is utilized. We take advantage of everything. See how the dung has been spread on the fields here? That will, when the rain will, the forecasts call for rain on this week, so we take advantage. We spread the manure and make sure that the nutrients of their dung is watered into the soil here, into the grass. Look at our cows. They're young and strong and beautiful. Look at them. Beautiful herd. At one time we had nearly 200 cows here. We can see that we've had newborn. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful little herd. Beautiful. Simeon, just take a pan. This is part of our community here. If you look, we have down this direction where we have tabernacle. And we have 2 tabernacles here. We have gym and everything. But this is just somewhat of a view of our community. This is the pasture here whereby the cows and the sheep. And we have goats in another area whereby we raise and separate them from the sheep. All right, let us journey on. We have a few more minutes. I just simply wanted to give you a little insight on different type of gardening, conventional ways to do things to produce food. This is our great orchard here, what we call in the south scuffadines and muscadines. We've harvested them. We're eating blueberries this morning from our blueberry trees, our blueberry bushes, eating that with some of our apples, blueberries and apples this morning for breakfast. You can't ask for more. Beautiful. Take you on a small little journey. You must understand in this kind of life there's always something to do. Mending and fixing. There's always work here. But it will keep you alive, all right? Must lock the gates. All right, this is the junk pile here. This is the community where all the work is done here. We have our blueberry here, our blueberry bushes here. You can see that. We have that. The places to graze the animals all out here. We graze them. Here we have another conventional garden here. Over here, as you can see beyond this large tree. But these are blueberries. As we prep and take care of them for during the winter to get them ready for the fall production. We take advantage of all the grass. Everything, as you notice, is fenced in, so the cows and the sheep, they graze everywhere there's grass. We take advantage of that. This is our shop. This is the junk area. So you're going to have that. But this is vital to a community lifestyle. This is the junk area right here, the shops, where about the vehicles and everything. Metal piles. We take advantage of all that because we use that, we need it. There's always a purpose for something like this. The metal, you can't have enough stuff like that. As you can see, it is junky. But this is one of the eye-soaring places of the community. Let me show you a garden that is so beautiful that we're about the Ishal, we're picking greens and things in the morning. This is one of our chicken houses that we tend to move the chickens at different seasons. We have 3 chicken houses where we raise our chickens and our eggs. We relocate them at different times of the year. Come on in. Now this is a conventional garden here. Here we have an abundance. We have greens coming along. Look how beautiful that is. At all times, look how beautiful that is. Get a close up on that. Look. Beautiful and succulent, tasty greens. All the time you can eat. Look at that. Beautiful greens to eat at all times. Different types of greens. We have broccoli, all of this. Look at this. Let me stand out here so you can see. Look at all of this. Cauliflower, broccoli. Look at the broccoli here. We'll be eating fresh. Look at this. Can you see that? Can we get that? Look at that beautiful broccoli. We'll be eating there in another a week or two. Beautiful broccoli. All different types of broccoli that we'll be eating from. All of this is broccoli. We have cabbages. Cabbages that are ready to even go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Have you seen anything like that? No chemicals, all organic. Isn't that beautiful? Man, you can't buy that out of your local store. See, it's time to begin the harvest. We got broccoli that is ready to harvest. We'll eat on this week. We'll harvest this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. My. What are you saying? Look how beautiful that is. Simple living. Look how beautiful that is. But look at this broccoli here. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Beautiful broccoli. We'll harvest this. We'll eat some of this on this week. We'll harvest it midweek, Wednesday, Yom Revi'i. We'll harvest this. Let me show you more. Look. See, we have much. All of this is beautiful broccoli here. Look at that. Look at that. Broccoli everywhere. Cabbages, we have different kinds of cabbages. We have some that are for late stages, and now we have some that are ready to go. Look at all this broccoli. This is November the 22nd now. Look at this broccoli. And the beauty, the thing that I love more than the broccoli heads is this. The leaves are just beyond one's expectation. We juice them, we eat them, they're delicious. Don't forget the leaves. So we have broccoli, we have different kinds of late season cabbages. We have cabbages early season, we have late season. You must understand, in the very humid, dry weather here, it's difficult to get a garden really established, so it takes a tremendous amount of work, and that's what we've had to do to get this in this kind of condition. Now we have spots in here whereby it's not as productive because of the different type of soil, the different soils in this region of the country. We are known as what they call the sandy loam, but it's very beautiful. So you see all the greens here. That's what they hope we're doing. Picking, we have cabbages that are somewhat ready, some are small. We have Brussels sprouts. We have cauliflowers. Let me see. The cauliflowers. We should have cauliflowers that are coming along and ready. We have turnip greens. Look at this. Come here. Isn't that beautiful there? Beautiful cauliflowers. Isn't that beautiful? Let me see if I can find a turnip in here. We have turnips and everything. Oh, here they are. Beautiful little turnips that you can eat. And these are about the right size. They get larger, but look at this. Where are you going to get that? Isn't that beautiful? Turnips. You got cauliflower. Beautiful cauliflower. They're coming along. So you got all kinds of vegetables. Look at the cauliflowers. You can see how beautiful they look as they're coming along. And with this warm weather, they will produce a little better. We got broccoli in different stages, so you're not getting all the broccoli at one time. See how small this is here? So that's for later on. You got different stages of the broccoli. Same thing with cabbages. We have cabbages that, some that do not get as large as others, but they're ready. For instance, here, we can begin to eat this cabbage here. See, this cabbage is ready. The little heads are small, but they're ready. And this is called the early green cabbage here. This is ready here. So on Yom Revi'i, we'll come out here and harvest cabbages and things of that nature. So much beautiful lifestyle. I simply wanted to share that with you today, the garden, some of the things you can do. We have wonderful greens over here. We have broccoli here. We have Brussels sprouts. See this broccoli here? Marathon is a different broccoli. See, this will come at a later stage. See that? Can you imagine that? All of this, you have the beautiful leaves, you have turnips, you have broccoli, you have cauliflowers. Not only that, you have wonderful things to eat at all time. Broccoli here. Always something to eat. Broccoli you have wonderful. Look at this. Ah, man. What can a man ask for? You have beautiful kale here. Look at this beautiful kale. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful kale. You have turnips. Look at all that. Can a man ask for any more? What a great blessing that Yah grants unto us a simple wisdom to take advantage of his way of living. That we as a community of people, Yisrael, we can produce our own. But because of our own selfish, stubborn ways, we resist Yah's plan. So the next video, I will show you even a little more in depth in our gardening and our community, that it may be a rich blessing to you. Until then, we Yisrael say to you all, Bishbaha Yisrael, Shalom, Shalom, Yabarak, Shalom.